What's going on, people? This is your boy Say One History, and you have tuned in to The Male Perspective. Now, let's get into it today. We actually got a clip coming from none other than the Godfather himself. And I chose this video because I watched a little bit of it, and I just couldn't believe what this young lady was saying. I mean, just the audacity that this young lady had in questioning Kevin Samuels and not having any factual data, any factual information whatsoever. So we actually going to jump into that clip. I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's get it. Let's get it.
You have a lot of opinions, and females don't favor them. And I'm wondering, a lot of females are wondering. I feel like, what is your goal? What is your goal in doing all?
Well, do I have opinions or do I have facts?
You claim to have facts.
I claim to have facts. What does claim mean?
How are you gonna claim facts?
Getting this factual, where are you getting this evidence from?
Oh no, I just gotta say, even the other young lady was like, "How do you claim facts?" But anyway, let's keep going.
How long have you been watching
He
me?
lives on the earth.
No, hold on. I got it. I mean, if you watch me, I cite my sources. Have you ever bothered to look at them yourself?
By surveys, or because you brought a young female up here.
Hold on. Hold on just a second. Go ahead. I'm listening.
You brought a female up here the other day. She had a degree, and then you had posted her. What? No.
Hold on. Kevin done took everybody off. he said, "Bunk this. Let's go ahead and give her all the spotlight, since she know what she's talking about."
Why'd you?
Because I don't need them jumping in. It's going to get confusing.
You brought her in about her car sales. The female.
What day are you talking about, man? What show are you talking about?
About 2 days ago, and you posted it on your story.
No, what? No, I don't know what you're talking about.
She had those business. Shot her down, all the way down.
No. See, what we're going to do is if we're going to have a conversation, I'm going to need some specificity, because when you come in being in this disingenuous claim to have facts, how do you claim to have a fact?
You brought something from 2018 or 2019.
How do you claim? Okay, did you go to college?
I've been in college, yes. I couldn't finish loans.
Oh, okay. Regardless, you've gone to public school, right?
Yes.
The textbooks you used weren't printed yesterday.
No.
So you use the facts that you have. Do you have better ones? I'm all ears.
Just because
No ma'am. See, facts matter. See, if we're going to have a conversation, we have to agree that there's some things that are just true. Facts and data matter.
There's new knowledge learned every day.
Then give me new data then this is what you do. Intelligent people bring new data that's been tested, peer reviewed, to supplant the old one. But until then, you use the facts and data you have.
So you went based off of
no.
Is film.
First of all, I don't know what you're talking about, but you say you have all these opinions. I have opinions just like anyone else. You got opinions. But unlike what you're doing is I bring facts, data, statistics, things you can go look up yourself.
You had one proof of evidence. Is what I saw. You had one proof of evidence.
I had one proof of evidence, ma'am. Excuse me.
Shoot the female.
No, ma'am. First of all, I've been doing this for too long to have one proof of evidence. And if I had one proof of evidence, tell me what you're talking about. First off, let's get to that point because you can't keep talking about this vague story. Tell me what it is you think you saw.
About the female's career. You gave
when?
2 days ago. It was about 2 days ago.
2 days ago on what? Instagram, YouTube, what?
Yes, Instagram. It was a light-skinned female talking about her car sales business. She owned a rental car business.
Oh yep, I sure did. You mean the woman who agreed with me?
Yeah, she agreed with you at the end
because I was right.
Oh.
Okay, what was I wrong about? She'd been in business for 1 year. What was I wrong about?
Because it was 1 year does not mean that she's done so much in 1 year. She's accomplished a lot.
So what? What does the data still show? Excuse me. It doesn't matter what she's done. What was the fact that I put out there? What percentage of small businesses fail inside of the first 5 years?
That's nice. But what about her?
No, we don't do that. Nice. See, this is where you ladies who think like you and your little attitude, you can have all the sass you want, but it doesn't change the fact that you live in the real world. And one of the problems in our community is black women, especially young black women, think because you can be loud, sassy, and wrong, it matters.
I was loud.
Loud, sassy, sarcastic, whatever. Ma'am, if you don't like the data, what do you want me to do about it? But that woman agreed. But if you got a problem with it, why don't you go tell her? Because she agreed.
Have faith in her.
Have faith in what? What did she want? What did she want, man? Let's start here. What did that woman want?
What did she want?
What did she say her desire was?
She wanted to be independent, and she also wanted to have a husband and kids.
In what order? What was her ultimate desire? Now, how about this? What was her ultimate desire?
Her ultimate desire was a family. She wanted that.
Right. And what did she come up? What conclusion did she come up with after I put things in a way that made her think about things? What did she say?
I mean, I don't recall what her solution
was. She said, "Thank you."
What was her solution, though?
Go back and watch the video. See, here's the point, people. No, ma'am. You came in here with that same old song and dance, half informed, not knowing what you're talking about, going off of what you thought I said and how it made you feel. And the woman I talked to was grateful. The woman I talked to said, "Thank you." So why do you have a problem and she doesn't?
I couldn't be more grateful, but
No. Why do you have a problem with that conversation when she doesn't? Because I asked her questions that she hadn't thought about, things that she had. That woman had a rental car business, and let's go ahead and do this, shall we? Susan, you want to do this? Let's do this. Because I don't just talk out the side of my neck. I talked to that woman about what percentage of small businesses fail in the first 5 years, by the way. Do you have that number?
No.
Do you have any idea?
You can pull it up. Go ahead.
No, you can pull it up. I'm asking you. See, I already know these things, and these things matter.
Yes. Bring the facts, please.
No. But I'm asking you because that's what adults do.
Right.
There's a number in this country. If you're going to start a business, you're going to invest your time, effort, and your money. Don't you think you need to know the likelihood of it being successful?
Okay, so she has no information whatsoever to back up her claim. No information that would suggest that Kevin Samuels would be wrong in his analysis about the previous guest in her business. She has no information. She just doesn't know what she's talking about whatsoever. But she decided to come on this man's show and tell him what he was doing wrong. I find that amazing. But let's continue.
You just take your money and just throw it anywhere and hope it works.
But what does the number have to do?
No, ma'am. You don't answer a question with a question. I'll answer your question, but you answer mine first.
Go ahead and ask.
Don't you think? No. You haven't. Do you think you should know the likelihood of a business being successful before you risk?
I think you should come up with a plan.
A plan based on what?
Based on whatever you've learned, whatever you went to school for.
And one of the things you learn is how likely a venture is to succeed.
I mean, that's nice, but what about yourself?
It's not nice, ma'am. No, ma'am, it's not nice. It's reality. Let's take a step back. I'm not trying to be insulting, but were you raised with your mom and your dad?
I was raised with my mother.
Okay. All right. So if you went by the schoolhouse, you understand math, you understand statistics, you understand grades, you understand all of this. And if you're going to put your money into something and risk, don't you think you should know or understand the market you're getting into, the chances of it being successful? Or do you live your life just saying, I'm going to just try whatever, I'm going to do whatever, and it's all based on me?
I mean, I like the second part. I mean, I understand.
It's okay. If it's all based on you, then then how do you deal with this? Rental car industry has ground to a halt. This is what it means for automakers and car buyers. The rental car industry is the business she was in. CNN, Business Insider. Just like what I told her. All you need is a second round of Corona to shut your business down. So what does you have to do with a coronavirus in an industry that's ground to a halt? What can you, an individual, do about an industry that's dying? Excuse me?
Positive in your own.
Stay positive. There were people who sold horses and buggies. But when the automobile came along, you could have made the best horse and buggy and the best horsewhip. You could be as positive as you want. When the market died, you were out of business.
Or you just downsized.
There's downsize for no demand. You can't downsize. Okay. How can you downsize if you were that person had a 9-to-5 job? How could she downsize being 1 year in business? And see, what I'm showing you guys is this is a 20-some-odd-year-old woman who was too stubborn. Don't run. Stay right there. Keep your ass right there.
Oh, my goodness.
No, get on. No, you're going to have this conversation saying, so you came here to talk about I claim. See, that ain't a claim. March 11, 2021. March 11, 2021. From who's this, sweetheart? That's Forbes.
Right.
That's Forbes. So CNN Business, Forbes. What do I need to claim that I didn't already know?
Stupid.
This is these own people's fault. I understand you talking about statistics, but it's these own people's fault for their businesses failing. They didn't have. There's certain plans. There's certain things you can do. There's so many businesses that did not have to shut down, and I'm sure there's rental car businesses that are still running. So what about those businesses? They didn't all shut down. They had a different plan than others.
Where are you getting that from? Or are you just making something up?
I'm not making it up.
Okay, so I want to stop right here just for a second. What she said would actually have some kind of logic to it if she can back it up with facts. And here's what I mean. She's saying that there are other rental car businesses out there that survive Corona, or survive going through the pandemic, which is true. But what she's not putting into play is the fact that those businesses may have actually been around for a longer period of time. Those businesses may actually have equity or money in the bank, so to speak, saved up to winter the actual pandemic itself. These newer businesses, like the previous young lady that Kevin Samuels was talking about, was brand new. She was fresh. She didn't have anything saved up She didn't have anything invested. She didn't have anything to fall back on, so to speak, with her business because she had literally just started. So she's shooting herself in the foot because she's talking about businesses that have actually been around that can survive these type of incidents when it came to the pandemic. But this young lady, she has no idea what she's talking about whatsoever. I would be very surprised if she even thought ahead that far to state her claim. She literally just fell upon something, but I doubt she's going to be able to go into detail or even semi-detail of what I was just talking about. So let's continue.
Because some business succeeded. Is that how? I'm gonna be honest, young lady.
I mean, you can look
No,
it
no,
up.
no. See, I don't need to. No, man, no. See, you're the one making an argument, and see that's how it works in the realm of adults. You make the argument. You need to be able to have the facts, the data, statistics to stand on. So you don't. Maybe that's why you think people claim stuff because you just pull some stuff out of your butt that you don't know. Man, if that's how you plan on living your life, that is fine.
It's
But
common.
no, common sense is on this side. Common sense looks at the numbers. Common sense looks at an industry. Common sense says basically you go to where a demand is. And you don't have a demand in a rental car industry in a pandemic. My question to you is what are you doing right now?
You asking me what am I doing?
Yeah, you're not in college.
No, that's right.
What do you do?
Well, no, that's man, that's tough.
Wow.
I get what you're saying. Okay, well, I'm reserve in the Army. I'm thinking of going back active. Or I'm thinking of going active duty.
How old is this chick?
But besides that, I do freelance. I can sing, I can act, I can write.
Oh God.
How do you provide for yourself?
There we go.
Right now, I'm in a middle situation right now.
What does that mean to the people who don't know what you're talking about? How do you provide? How do you pay for the rent, the food, your care? Who's paying for that?
I am.
With money from when?
There's apps.
Apps.
There's apps.
Yes.
Oh,
What does that mean?
apps.
So please, I need leeway.
OF?
No,
OF, baby?
No.
you need guidance. You are far too young to be this. First of all,
Stupid.
to be your age, you don't know anything.
Gotcha, bitch.
I am 30 years older than you and experienced longer than you are tall. Who do you think knows more about the business world than me or you?
You have a lot of knowledge about it, yes. Doesn't mean that everything you say is correct.
What difference does it make, ma'am? Is that how you live your life? That if everything has to be one way or it all is subject? Because it seems to be women who think like you think that probability and possibility are the same thing.
That's the difference between hope and faith.
What?
Which one of our financial institutions functions?
Okay, I want to go back on that just a little bit more because I want to touch on something that he was talking about here. And it may not be what you guys think. So I'm going to go back a little bit.
Are the same thing.
Go back a little bit more.
Doesn't mean that everything you say is correct.
What difference does it make, ma'am? Is that how you live your life? That if everything has to be one way or it all is subject? Because it seems to be women who think like you think that probability and possibility are the same thing.
Okay, I want to talk about that really quick. Probability and possibility. Okay, for whatever reason, I don't know what it is, but for whatever reason with women, they always think on the possibility of things. Meaning that if there's a 1% chance, they'll take that 1% chance over the probability or the likelihood, so to speak, of something being true. For example, women don't listen. Or better yet, women have issues receiving information. Well, not all women do. Okay, granted, not all women do that. But if we look from a percentage perspective, the majority of y'all woo-wods do. The majority of y'all woo-wods do. So I need you to stop. Yeah, I need you to
Stop the cap.
real talk. And that gets annoying to a man. When a man is laying down facts, he is laying down data, information, statistics, telling you the cold hard truth that may actually be majority for your benefit. Because men aren't out here telling women stuff to hurt them. The majority of the time, they're telling them this information to actually advance them, to guide them. But again, y'all don't listen. So let's move forward. And the majority of y'all don't listen. But let's move forward.
That's the difference between hope and faith.
Which one of our financial institutions functions on either?
Faith.
Which one of our financial institutions functions on faith?
Did she?
Everything.
Financial institutions.
What?
Banks, credit, the things that you need to make this world run. You know, the lights that are on in your house, it's run by a power company. The power company has to pay, you have to pay for that stuff. You don't get anything provided by faith. Why don't you just admit that you're out of your depth? You don't know what you're talking about.
Gotcha, bitch.
If you have faith, that's how you keep the lights on.
Okay.
Oh my.
Can you go, what state do you live in?
Hold on. Hold on. Look, man, I believe in God as much as the next person. Seriously. No if, ands, or buts about it. Okay. But faith alone is not going to get it done. It sounds like this woman has been reading too many self-help books. You got to put in the work. You definitely got to put in the work. You got to get up and you got to grind. I absolutely believe in, visualization and seeing things through. I'm really big into mixed martial arts. And one thing that a lot of mixed martial artists do, I don't know if professionals do this, I would imagine they do, but I know like amateur mixed martial artists, before they actually go into the cage, they will sometimes, if the event that they're performing at is like a day away or something, or I'm sorry, a little bit away, they will actually go there a day or two, a week, whatever, in advance, wait until the cage actually gets set up, and then go in. They will literally come out to their music, go out so they can feel comfortable in their environment. That's manifesting. That's realizing the event that's going to take place, so you can be comfortable in there when you get in there. But you can't take away the fact of all the preparation that was put in to the fight before the fight happened. The training, the exercises, the push-ups, the cardio, the conditioning, the sparring sessions, the leg kicks. You can't take that away. If you don't have the training, if you don't have the work behind your self-belief, it's just false. It's not real. So again, let's keep going, because I'm sure Kevin is going to get into it.
I'm in California right now.
Can you go to,
Oh, come on,
what's
man.
the
making people.
The power company.
do you
The power company?
That's personal.
from the 10,000,
said
so you
it's
can either,
personal.
or you can play that conversation. What is it?
It's in an apartment.
Where you currently are, where are you at?
Wow. Surprised if she was.
Don't know.
I
It's
got
an
a
apartment. Was the
surprise if not a group right now. She's talking. It sounds like shelter. I'm just saying the way that's what it led me to.
her name?
It was shared. I had roommates.
Uh-huh. And whose name was the lease in?
And I mean, I had roommates. It wasn't in anyone's name.
You have to have a lease to have an apartment.
Right.
So whose name was it in?
I mean, everyone had separate leases, so I had my
It
own.
was in somebody's name.
Your name was on the lease.
Yes.
Okay.
No, it doesn't sound like it.
How long did you live in this apartment?
About a year.
All right. So the apartment was a dwelling. Who provided the power for the lights, the gas, the air conditioning?
I don't know if you've ever been in a roommate situation, but in that situation, it was all inclusive. You just pay for. I've never actually had to deal with.
Hold on. So what she means is that the apartment was in someone else's name, and they were allowing her to live there, and she was just paying a monthly fee. So she was basically a tenant, living in somebody else's apartment. That's what she don't want to say.
Separate bills. I've always been.
So in other words, you who don't even seem to understand how to set up a basic residence think you know enough to talk about business.
Gotcha, bitch.
I know that
Mm-hmm.
can learn. I'm not gonna shoot myself down just because
my
I don't know
God.
these things yet.
Hang
So
up the phone.
knowing the reality, the
Hang up the phone. It's a wrap. It's over. It's over. Hang up the phone.
possibility, the truth, the facts, the data, statistics, things that you may not like is shooting yourself down.
There's time. I have time. I mean, I don't have all the time in the world, of course, but when I get there, there's going to be nothing stopping me. Yeah.
Reality. No, ma'am. See, you're just talking.
All right.
Because in the position you sound like you're in, all you have available to you is faith. You don't have anything else. What else? But see, if you had common sense, you could get other things. But you came in here talking about opinions. And I just showed that you have opinions too, but they're based in nothing. Not even something you've lived.